maximum airspeed of about 180 knots. This is about 8:08 UTC is where it tries to take off. Immediately thereafter, now this is what in the report they're making a mention. Engine 1 and engine 2 fuel cutoff switches transition from run to cutoff, and that is the reason why you see this is the very moment, perhaps, Mr. G.S. Bawa, that you've had the pilot having that conversation. Within a gap of 1 second, the engine 1 and engine 2 began to decrease from their takeoff values as the fuel supply to the engines thereafter started cutting off. So that is where you see this entire drop is actually taking place. In the cockpit, voice recording takes place, and there you see the descent leading to that crash. It was just about 32 seconds that it was airborne, and not being able to revive the engines is a clear indication from at least two images. One, the fact that the rat has already been deployed. Can we have that image of the rat being deployed? The extended position of the rat is a clear indication. The moment it takes off, the liftoff happens. Now, just after this liftoff, can we please go to that the other image of the rat being extended position? That extended position of the rat happens here itself. I'm going to put that picture in a while from now. G.S. Bawa is joining us in the studio right now. G.S. Bawa, you are absolutely 100% sure of the fact that there is an engine failure. At least this is what the report makes it very clear, that there is an engine failure. I want you to help us understand a little more details of it. That was it possible that the reason why the pilots may have actually made the transition, the fuel transition, is because they've realized that the engine had failed, they need to revive it. And people are still asking, what was the need for it?
You have very rightly flagged that there was a time slot of 32 seconds only.
Right.
And we heard in the morning this statement from Mr. Rudy that the cause of accident is going nearer to the shutdown of the engine. And if we see the flight path of the aircraft, that clearly indicates that the rat was virtually open in the boundary of the aircraft itself.
Hold on, because while you're explaining this, I want to come back to this video. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, all this while we've had the other angle of the takeoff. For the first time in this report, this is a picture that we've taken out from the report, and it shows us the front angle of the aircraft. This is for the first time, what you're seeing on the screens is the frontal shot of the aircraft itself. Now, what does it show? It's a very, very significant aspect. What you see here, this tiny object that basically comes out of the aircraft, it is known as the rat, which is the air turbine. To simplify it, it's more like an emergency power backup. Now, that has been in an extended position. And Mr. Bawa, if I can bring you in, why do you really do this? Why would you bring the rat at this point in time? And just that is, within few seconds of the liftoff, the rat is deployed.
You see, it means this rat comes automatically. Everything is so automated in this flight. The moment the flight senses that there is no power, the engines have shut down, there is an automatic procedure, the rat came out. That is what the function. Okay. And then in the report also we find there is a mention of that the rat was visible and it came out automatically. That's the procedure.
Okay. So now let's take you through that very moment from the time that the aircraft actually was at the tarmac, the conversations that it had with the tower control. So it starts around 1:13 in the afternoon when the aircraft is requesting for a pushback and a startup, which means this is the first moment where everything is packed, the passengers are seated. Now you've had the conversation between the pilot having the conversation with the passengers, informing the passengers.